In this legal vision, I would like to talk about Delhi bomb blast reason. That's a Red Fort blast. That is very worst type of the explosion planned, but premature. Some intelligence sources are saying, whatever may be, a Delhi bomb blast. That is a Red Fort blast is the worst type. The two planned and executed by highly profiled and also person in the society. That is the doctors and who got studied at the also in particular Muslim university. They have been radicalized. The radicalized person also has been arrested. Whatever may be, the last life is life. Nearly 13 people died and more injured. They have to be recovered. But in the past is a Paka planned as per as the intelligence sources. It started on the day of the 10th, 11, 2025. But also just and the morning itself, that Monday morning itself, but that's also the car moved, that is carrying the explosive, we think. But in the explosive, not prepared into the bomb, but also certain things, according to intelligence sources, is a pre-planned, not much, but it's also very urgently executed or accidental executed that are defining. But whatever may be, there is a terrorist act and the terror act by the a banned Muslim terrorism group in India. But it is functioning on the border of India that also the that is not the South Zone really and a very a wealthy note. And the government of India has called the South Zone security meet. The Prime Minister of India has called for security meet as soon as came from the Bhutan on foreign visit. But whatever may be, and also it is a very worst type of the assault zone really in the planning. And it may be subsequent to the Pulvar accident and also the the terrorist act and everything. Whatever may be, the government of India may decide once again strike the terrorists on the border to kill all the terrorists and terrorism sponsoring and the training camp. But also the bases are operating there. But how the government of India facing the urban nationalism and the terrorism? The both are different on the basis of the principle is concerned. Urban terrorism is also terrorism within a society. Within a society to get the also the upper caste into the down. But they function in a different principle. But as far as then the terrorism is concerned, completely killing the people and the terrorizing, terrifying the people, living people, thereby capturing the country. Like that of the system they are operating. And it is kind of that is also the worst that we can't imagine it. But now then the terrorist people have entered, the radicalized people have entered into doctor profession. But hereafter, government of India has to take a more sense and completely intelligent sense on these highly elite people. They do white collar crime. At the same time, others also they in the urban nationalism. And these people may rely on these and these sort of the worst type of the principle that also have to be studied. From various security angles, there's also government of India agencies are operating. They including the also international agencies, they may also decide it how it is conceived, whether foreign plant is the all have to be also formed. But it is not only easiest conspiracy, it is a strong conspiracy being planned and planned also. It has been planted. But now is an airline that is alleged car was standing in the parking area of the airport nearly 3 hours and above. But they are also finding the platform and the south zone, the really the blasting site. And before it that has happened, we couldn't find. Anyhow, all the conspirators have been noted. The government of India arresting one by one. Nearly 4 or 5 people have been arrested. Nearly 55 people and above from the Muslim university have been taken into the custody. So the networks are worst. That is now the Balwama, the South Zone network, it can be tapped because of the most inept terrorists are from the border village of Balwama. So the government of India has to take a more to control and wipe out the terrorism. The terrorism also has become the habit of the Muslim community that has to be controlled by its own, so that only that people also can live in this world peacefully in coordination, in consolidation with other communities living in this world. So they have to consider killing people is also should not be a motive of these people, but they are radicalized through religion. So through product, through religion, these peoples are radicalized. And if you take it as also really in India, the far more inner village of India, in the also in most states, the Christian missionaries they are functioning on the same grounds, but they are radicalizing the people to get converted, and whereby the people becomes an anti-nation. The anti-national creation of the anti-national should be controlled and wiped out, so that only the nation can function as a best democratic nation in the world with more forces. Now India has come across it as also in the economic to the top level. Because in this condition, even in the capital, the security lapses has to be also blocked out, so that only we can do it more best to the society. Even in future also the terrorism should be controlled, and also they should be made to come to normal life. Whether it's a possible or not, the government has to take a more steps on it.